Welcome to our tutorial about the Circle tool. Let's activate the Circle tool with a left click. Take a look at the command line. It prompts me for the circle's center point. Let's just left click in the drawing area to specify a center point. The second click establishes the radius and creates the circle. Let's activate the Circle tool again. Now click in the drawing area to choose a center point. AutoCAD prompts me for the radius of the circle and shows me between those left and right arrows in the command line the previous circle's radius. Now if I press Enter at this point, I will accept that previous radius and we will create a circle that's equal in diameter to the previous circle. Let's create a third circle. Activate the tool. Click in the drawing area to choose a center point. Now let's enter 5 at the command prompt and then press Enter. Our third circle has a radius of 5 units. Let's activate the Circle command again. And we'll place the center about here. Instead of specifying a radius, we can also specify the diameter. Let's right-click and now scroll to Diameter. Let's enter a value of, let's say, 5 and then press Enter. Activate the tool again. I can also specify the center point coordinates using Cartesian coordinates in the command line, 5, 5. We're prompted to specify the radius or diameter. If we press D, we can work with the diameter dimension instead of the default radius dimension. Now we can enter a numerical value for the diameter. Let's say 7 units. Press Enter. The Circle tool has a downward pointing arrow. Let's click on that. Here's the Subtool menu flyout. These are many different methods for creating circles. Let's try center and diameter. First, we choose a center point, and the second click establishes the diameter of the circle. Now let's right-click in blank space in the drawing area and choose Quick Select from the contextual menu. Object type, circle. That's the only object type we have in our drawing area. Let's click OK. All the circles are selected. Press Delete to get rid of them all. Let's take a look at the next circle method, the 2-point circle. Let's enter the coordinates for the first point at the command line, 5, 5, and press Enter. The next point, 7, 7. Press Enter. And here is our circle. Let's activate the Circle command again. We'll use the same tool, the 2-point circle. This method lets me select points right in the drawing area as well. Let's explore the next method, the 3-point circle. This tool works pretty much like the previous tool. Choose 3 points in the drawing area. The 3-point circle has coincidence to all 3 points. Let's click Edit on the main menu strip now and scroll to select all. Press the Delete key to remove all these objects. There are 2 tangency methods for creating circles. In order to demonstrate these, I'm going to create some geometry to which I can establish tangency. So let's drop in some lines. Activate the Line tool. And press Escape to exit the Line tool. Expand the Circles subtool menu. Let's try the first, Tangent, Tangent, Radius. I'll select the first line. Now notice that when I approach the line, the tangency symbol appears. We select the line with a left click. Not much happens except that the command line has now prompted me for the second tangent of the circle. Let's select this line. And the command line prompts me for the radius value. Let's enter 4 and press Enter. And here's our circle with tangency to these 2 lines. Let's select it and delete it. Let's activate the Circle command again. By now, you've probably noticed that the subtool last used is what appears in the panel. Let's select this tool again. First tangent, second tangent, and now the radius. Now it looks like I'm actually creating the radius with my third click, but appearances here are a little bit deceiving. I actually need to click twice to specify the radius value. Let me demonstrate a little more slowly. Activate the tool again. Here's the first tangent, the second tangent. Now let me click over here so you can see better. The first point of the radius is my first click. The second point of the radius is my second click. That radius is applied to my circle's pre-existing tangency requirements. Let's try another example. First tangent, second tangent. Now let's switch Object Snap mode on. The icon is blue when it's active. Now let's right-click on the toggle to make sure Endpoint Snap is selected. Yes, it is. You can see that it's got a little box around it. I also want to activate the Snap to Midpoint option as well. Here's my first point, and here's the midpoint. So now I've created a circle that's tangent to these two lines with a radius that's half the length of this line. Okay, let's select this circle and delete it. And let's check out the last circle subtool, Tangent, Tangent, Tangent. We select the first point of tangency, the second, and the third. And let's activate the tool again. Again, first, second, and third. And this concludes our lesson about using the circle command.